Hello and welcome to a brand new Let's Play of a game that I believe to be the best of the series. And you probably already guessed just from that warning shot there of the game having graphic gore and violence and all kinds of horrible stuff. But yeah, I've wanted to do this on a Saturday or a Sunday or something, so this will be like a weekend Let's Play. But I'm really looking forward to playing it because it's good. And since we've already done the second game of this series, it's a good idea to do the third one. Yay, it's Resident Evil 3 Nemesis, everyone. I really like this game. This game's very cool. I mean, like I said, out of the entire series, this is probably my favourite. It's also one of the hardest as well. And even though it's my favourite, I've only ever played through this once. And I did a very bad job of it. I managed it though. I was pleased with myself, but yeah, I didn't do too well. So don't expect this to be a professional run through of anything, because it won't be. I'm going to make the same mistakes as I did before, and I can only remember parts of the game. Like, I know the story and all that, and remember the major bits, but I can't remember sort of like what order to do things in, etc, etc. So this should be interesting, and hopefully just well, you know, a typical Neo Rambler Let's Play, but it's not blind because I've already played it. But having said that, I thought I'd give this a go over the weekend just to break things up a bit, because I've been playing a lot of Left 4 Dead, which again is another zombie game, as this is a zombie game. It's Resident Evil 3, but this one's a little bit more varied in that you don't just do the same thing over and over and over again. You have to do puzzles, you have to fight zombies, you might have to run away, you have to fight bosses, etc. It's a bit more gameplay friendly, shall we say. Even though the mechanics of this game are not perfect by any means of the imagination, but still, yeah, I just fancy doing it. This is the PC version, if you're interested. It's not an emulated version. I actually managed to buy a cheap copy of this, and I've got it to work on my PC. And I've also got it to work with an Xbox 360 controller as well, which is pretty cool. It's not perfect, but it's I'm not going to play it on the keyboard, because that's really hard. But yeah, I've got it with the Xbox 360 controller, which is cool, and we're just going to go straight into it and start a new game. You'll notice that there's easy mode and hard mode, no normal mode. Don't know why they chose to do that for this game. I believe it was because this game is also one of the shorter Resident Evil games of the main series, so not including the spin-offs. It's only got one scenario and you only play as one character, so I guess hard mode just made it a bit longer because it's harder, and therefore you have to, you know, really pace yourself, and you're going to die over and over and over again, and trust me, we're going to die over and over and over again. So yeah, so it's a bit unusual, but hard mode's the best mode to play it on, I think, personally. So yeah, so let's get on to it then. Now, the only difference between this version and the PlayStation version is on the PlayStation version you have to unlock, if you want to, that is, alternative costumes for the main character of this game via completing it and getting, you know, a rank and what have you, and whatever rank you got determined how many costumes you unlocked. Whereas on the PC version, and I believe every other ported version, or every ported version of this game outside of the PlayStation, you actually start off with all the special costumes, or you can just go with a normal outfit. I am just going to go for the normal outfit for now, but maybe later we'll experiment with some of these, because I still can't remember what they are. Some of them are pretty boring. One of them is the main character's old outfit from a previous game, but we're going to go with normal because, you know, it's our first time playing through this on this channel. So without further ado, let's give it a go and see how this gets on. It should work okay, but I don't know. I'll explain more later.
Resident Evil.
Yay.
It all began as an ordinary day in September. An ordinary day in Raccoon City. A city controlled by Umbrella.
There you go.
No one dared to oppose them. And that lack of strength would ultimately lead to their destruction.
Well, it was a very big umbrella there we just saw. It'd be difficult to fight back in.
I suppose they had to suffer the consequences of their actions. But there would be no forgiveness. If only they had had the courage to fight.
It was a giant umbrella there, to be honest with you. Now, if a giant umbrella was coming towards me, it'd be
the wheels of justice
hard
begin
to fight.
Turn, nothing can stop them. Nothing.
It's a bit negative there, Jill. Jill being the main character, by the way. I've just spoiled that for us. Damn.
My last escape.
It's very dramatic. Yeah. Very dramatic. Yeah, her name's Jill, by the way. That's who we're going to be playing. Yeah. Oh dear. Oh, it's zombies. Well, I suppose in a way that is a normal day in Raccoon City, considering the previous game we played, but and I suppose maybe not to these guys. From the zombies' perspective, though, it's perfectly normal. There's a lot of them. Oh, we got some police this time. Well, that's interesting. I thought they were all dead in the second game. Oh, looks like they're going to make a stand. Alright, fair enough. Oh. Okay, we've got some people coming down from helicopters. Oh, they seem determined like mercenaries, fair enough. Alright, and off they go then. Now, you've got to aim for the head, guys. Okay, if you aim for the head, you will destroy the brain and they will die. Yeah, you've got to aim for the head, guys. I know it's hard, but take your time with it. You should be fine. That's not aiming for the... Oh. They weren't aiming for the head, were they? They didn't really have the right weapons either. They should have used... oh dear, that's a lot of zombies in an elevator. Oh dear, well, they're all... You've all got the wrong weapons. See, you're shooting them in the chest. There's no point using grenades either. That's pointless. Okay, they fall over and stuff, but they get back up again, you see? In the head, guy! You could have got... No, that was just stupid, wasn't it? I mean, seriously. In the head! I know I won't be making some massive fuss over this, but I'll explain why in a minute. My last chance for survival. This is my last escape, with the appropriate comma as well. So everything's gone to pot in Raccoon City. But whoa! How on earth did you survive? Well, that is a lot of zombies. Okay, let's get out of here. Darn it. I don't really want... No! Don't! Why did I do that? No! Oh, dearie me. I ran straight into that man. Well, that was silly. Oh my god, there's more of them. Blimey, that is a lot of zombies. Shoot in the head, Jill? In the head? Or shoulder the door? Nope. Okay, fair enough, it worked. Oh my god, it's the zombie arms of Resident Evil 2! Ah! Very dramatic. Flee through a magic door!
September 28th, daylight. The monsters have overtaken the city.
Darn.
Somehow, I'm still alive.
Well, not for much longer. You just got bit. You know how these things work, Jill. You get bit, that's it, you're over. You'll be one of them in a few hours' time. Or a few days, or however long it takes.
Okay, we've got to get out of here.
Where are the zombies? They were chasing after us.
What do you think you're talking about?
Oh, hello.
I just lost my daughter out there.
Oh.
How dare you tell me to go back outside?
Yeah, that's a good point out there, mate, actually.
But there isn't going to be any rescue. We have to get out of here.
No! I'm not going anywhere. I'd rather starve to death in here than be eaten by one of those undead monsters. Now leave me alone!
I can't blame him. I'd probably do something similar, to be honest. I'm that cowardly. Although nowadays I'm a little bit more confident, so I don't know. Maybe after a while I'll just think, ah, sod it, might as well give it a go. Right, well that was unfortunate, and then the music just suddenly stopped. Go figure. Well, let's see if we can say something to him.
I told you! I'm not leaving! Never!
Alright, bro. Well, that's your choice, and to be honest, I don't blame you. Jill, it's a bit silly to say that we should go back outside, considering he just told you that he's lost his daughter out there. Why would he want to go back outside? Admittedly, maybe you're right, though. Maybe there isn't going to be a rescue. I mean, just from the cutscene we saw earlier, I think everybody got pretty much annihilated. So yeah, guess there really is no alternative but to go out there and fight. And try and survive that way. I mean, at least we're doing something, and you never know, we might get through it. So, okay, welcome to Resident Evil 3, and as I said before, by accident, we are playing as Jill. Now, who is Jill? Well, she's in the first game, which we haven't played in this channel yet, so that's all I'm going to say for now. She was mentioned in the second game a little bit, but yeah, she was one of the main characters in the first game. And basically, in this game, she's trying to escape Raccoon City, because, well, why not? She doesn't want to turn into a zombie or a monster. I can't blame her. The only thing I would criticise, though, is her outfit. This is a normal staple outfit when you play the game for the first time, and as you can see, it's... the boots are fine. Got no problem with the boots, you know, pretty tough, pretty rugged. A little bit of thigh showing, but again, that's not necessarily a bad thing. It's less things for the zombies to grab onto. I mean, they can grab onto the thigh, of course, but there's no like baggy trousers or anything for them to grab onto first, so you know, you're a little bit more easier to get through them. Short skirt, I don't know, maybe, yeah, it could restrict your legs a little bit in terms of their movement, but I don't know, I suppose it's a fashion choice. And the blue tank top, again, isn't a bad choice, because again, it's tight to her skin, so therefore, again, it's less material for the zombies to grab onto. They'll literally have to grab onto her. So again, it might sound a bit weird, but no, it's not a bad idea. The only downside, of course, is the top or some sort of sweatshirt she's got tied around her. That is silly. You're either going to wear it, Jill, or get rid of it, because, you know, a zombie can just grab onto that and just pull you in, and that's it, you're scuppered. But according to the game's graphics, it's skin tight to her anyway somehow, so I don't know, maybe she just wore it in case she got cold or something. I can't blame her for that, but that's a risky manoeuvre. But other than that, I quite like her outfit. I know some people will say, oh, she's been sexualised and all that MacGuffin, but I think she's actually dressed rather practically, to be honest with you. Anyway, so yes, this is Resident Evil 3. So, before we actually do anything else, we are going to go into our menu, which is very similar to the one in Resident Evil 2. Kind of neat. Got exit, not Excel, Ed. We've got file, we've got map, we've got pistols and stuff. Oh, I think someone's calling me, so I shall be back in a second. Alright, okay, sorry about that. Just, my nan's come round and she's given me a chocolate muffin. Isn't that nice? Lovely jubbly. Right, okay then, so, as I was saying, we've got our menu, we've got the file, which basically allows us to read any documents we happen to pick up, just like in the second game as before. We've got our map as well. There is a button on the 360 controller that I can press to get the map up. We will be needing this map. Unlike the previous game, where if you've already played it, you know, you really don't need the map. In this game, you kind of actually do need the map, at least for the first part of the game anyway, so we will be making use of that. We've got our gun, as I said. We've also got a reloading tool, which is new to this game. We'll talk about that in a minute. And we've got some instructions, which I'm going to quickly go through, just for your benefit. I'm sure, though, most of you have already heard and played this game or watched other LPs, so I don't want to insult your intelligence or anything, but it's actually also for my benefit because, like I said, mapping out the buttons on this control pad for the 360, while I've got most of the commands to work, there are a couple that either don't work or I just couldn't get to work, which is going to make this LP a bit difficult for me, but never mind, we'll get by. So here we go. So this is like the first set of instructions, pretty straightforward really. We hope you improve your chances to survive. Thanks, Capcom, appreciate that. You can shoot objects in this game, so there are some oil drums, bombs, anything that you can shoot that will cause an explosion. Quite handy to use. Just aim and shoot and it blows up, and it might take some enemies out if they're nearby, so we need to make use of that. I do tend to miss them a lot though, but we'll see what we can do with that. So that's cool. You can also perform a quick turn, which is 180-degree turns. All you got to do is you walk backwards and then you press the run button, and Jill will do a 180-degree turn. Pretty handy. I never use it that much, or at least I fail to use it because I always panic, but it's good. Yeah, it is good if you can get it to work, that is, but it does work if you do actually do it, but like I said, I never do because I'm rubbish. Emergency escape. When you're trapped by enemies, you can push them away to escape. Press the directional buttons, action button, cancel button, run button, draw weapon, and change target buttons rapidly. In other words, as soon as you get grabbed by an enemy like we did earlier, you just press loads of buttons and you can push them away. So we need to be able to do that because this is hard mode, remember, and we do get a lot of damage done to us. It's very easy to die in this game, as you'll see later. Now this particular mechanic is really, really good in principle, but it never bloody works when you want it to. It's a real pernickety, fiddly mechanic. I get the point of it, but I think Capcom just made it a little bit too hard to do sometimes. But basically what it says is if an enemy attacks, just before it attacks, you can actually dodge it and evade the attack. And you can actually dodge towards an enemy and push them over, or you can dodge away from the enemy so you get yourself a bit of space and then retaliate with an attack with with a gun to shoot at them or something like that. It's very handy, and you do need to have some practice at this. Because, well, you'll see later. But unfortunately, with the setup I've got, it's really difficult to pull off. So, yeah, this dodge maneuver, it's really good if you can get it to work and narrow it down. You really should be able to get it down. But on this version of my setup, it's going to be very hard to perform. So, yeah. Just let you know that you might be going later on in the videos, just dodge, why isn't he dodging? It's just because I can't do it, okay? But if you want to know, you press the draw weapon button or the draw weapon button, so basically just before the enemy attacks, you press the button that you'd use to draw your weapon, and they'll do a dodge. It also says you can press the action button while aiming. I've never been able to get the dodge to work while doing that. I Maybe it works, I don't know, but I've never got it to do it, so it's evil. But yeah, that's very important and a really good mechanic, but again, Capcom kind of made it really hard to pull off. But I suppose it's a survival horror game, so where would be the challenge if it was easy to do? And then that's just getting on and off objects, press an action button near it, and Jill will climb up or climb down, etc. Easy peasy. And we've already talked about the map, so we don't have to worry about that. Yes, in this game you get points where you have to make a decision. So it's like a quick time event, but very basic. Basically, something will happen, and then it will give you a choice of, do you do this or do you do that? And you just make a choice, and then Jill will do that choice. And depending on what choices you make, can alter different pathways you take, or alter certain elements of the story. Very minor ones, mind you, but all very interesting. We'll get to that later. I know most of the choices I want to make, but yeah, well, when we get onto it, we'll show you and we'll explain it more then. And then event cancel, you can skip certain cutscenes by pressing the map button, which is cool. So that's that then. So that's all your basic stuff. Now the one we are interested in though is Manual B. So this is Manual B. It's not very long again, so don't worry. But this basically shows us how to use the gunpowder and the reloading tool, which, like I said, is new to this game, and I believe exclusive to this game in this series of Resident Evil games. So yeah, I don't believe there's any other Resident Evil game that does this, which is a shame because I think it's pretty cool and again adds to the survival challenge. So what is it? Well, basically, you can create your own ammunition. And to do that, you need the reloading tool, which we've got, and gunpowder, which is scattered throughout the game. So we must try and grab as much of it as possible. You can put the reloading tool in an inventory box, so you don't have to carry it around with you, because remember, it takes up a space, so we will do that. And you generally tend to get ammo when you go to a save point or safe room or whatever and use the inventory box there. So there's no point carrying it around with you. You just use it in the inventory room, put it in the box, and you'll be fine. But basically what it says is if you combine gunpowder and the reloading tool, you can get different types of ammunition, which is very handy, and you do need to do this. But you also need to be careful about what ammunition you get, and we'll get onto that later. So there's 3 types of gunpowder, A, B, and C. Although it is saying here that gunpowder C is created by mixing A and B types. So when you're looking for gunpowder in the game, you'll only get gunpowder A and gunpowder B. I believe gunpowder A is like a red container and gunpowder B is a yellow container. But there's no gunpowder C. To make gunpowder C, you've got to combine A and B. So if you had gunpowder A and gunpowder B in your items selection screen or the menu screen, then you just basically click one, combine with the other, and it makes gunpowder C, which is kind of cool. Really easy to mix. Apparently there are 13 different kinds of gunpowders in all. I don't know where they got that number from, but here we are. A gives you handgun bullets, and you don't need to combine that with anything. You just literally combine. Well, you combine the gunpowder with the reloading tool. I'm saying you don't have to combine the red gunpowders together if you don't want to, and that will get you some handgun bullets. Very handy, and we will be making use of that. Gunpowder B makes shotgun shells, which again very handy. Although the shotgun in this game is a little. Probably won't be using it as much, but it can come handy later on in the game. But we'll talk more about that later. But yeah, you can make shotgun shells with gunpowder B. Again, just use gunpowder B with the reloading tool. And then gunpowder C, if you combine A and B, makes grenade rounds, which is very handy. Now, they just make standard grenade rounds. However, if you make a gunpowder C, and then as you can see on the list, you combine gunpowder C with another gunpowder A, you can get grenade flame rounds. If you combine gunpowder C with gunpowder B, you can get acid rounds, and if you combine 2 gunpowder Cs together, you get freeze rounds, which I believe is the first time we see these in this game. We only had flame rounds and acid rounds in the previous Resident Evil game. I think freeze rounds are new to this one. I don't know if it's exclusive or not to this game, but they're very handy against a particular enemy, which we'll come on to later. And then if you're really savvy with your gunpowder and you combine 3 Cs together, you can make magnum bullets, which sounds really cool, but it depends how the game plays out, but we'll get to that later. So that's it really, and you just combine gunpowder and blah 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 blah, makes all that. The only thing to note is if you repeatedly create the same kind of ammunition, then Jill will get better at it, and therefore, let's say for example 1 red gunpowder makes 15 pistol bullets. If you keep doing that, then eventually it'll make 17 bullets or 18 bullets or 20 bullets. In other words, you'll get more bullets per gunpowder usage the more you use that particular gunpowder, because Jill somehow gets better and better at making bullets out of it, which is fair enough. And apparently you can also get more powerful ammunition. You can get like special ammunition that's really powerful. I've never ever had it, and I doubt we're going to get it. So I guess you'll only get that if you really stick with the one weapon, which you can do if you want. But I've never done it. So apparently you can get premium ammo. Never done it, never seen it happen. It might just be a probability thing, who knows. But the point being is it can happen. So there you go, and that's all the explaining we need to do, really. So thank God for that. Now we can actually play the game. So we're in some sort of warehouse. Jill ran to it and the zombies were chasing afterwards. I believe time has passed on because it mentions that it's daylight. It's not. It's nighttime. So where Jill got that from, I don't know. But it could have been daylight when she ran into the warehouse, typed that up, or when she was speaking earlier. And now it's nighttime, and that's why she's saying, "All right, the zombies are gone. We can move." So that's probably that. So yes, the game is set at night time. Over here, with the green light flashing about, you can get some handgun bullets, which is a good idea to grab. So we will do that. And there's also a first aid spray here. Now, in Resident Evil 2, I did not use any first aid sprays because I didn't need to. In this game, however, I will probably use them. I know it affects your rank at the end, but personally, I don't care. This is a very hard game, so I am more than happy to use first aid sprays if I need to, because I am not that good at this game at all. So again, do not think of this as a pro run or anything, because it's not. So, okay, right, so we need to leave this place, and we can leave via this door. However, it's locked. How Jill got into this building, I don't know, because there only seems to be the one entrance and the one exit, so I guess there's a door elsewhere that's blocked or hidden, maybe? I have no idea. Or maybe she got in through the window. Who knows? But the point being is the exit is back there. There's also an exit office up here, which I think is a bit of a odd name for an office. Why would you call it an exit office? Do you specifically go in it because you need to exit the building? In which case, just go through the exit back door, but I don't know. But it's also our first safe or save room of the game, which is very handy. Now over here you can see a shiny object. It's the warehouse key, which is basically for downstairs back door, which is handy. Various reports are sorted here, it's all good. Delivery voucher book, so I guess this place was some sort of delivery place. Pretty straightforward. Over here you can see there are 2 red containers. These are our gunpowders, or at least gunpowder A anyway. We shall grab these. We're not going to do anything with them just yet, though. We're going to try our best to get through this part of the game, or this very first part of the game, using as little gunpowder as possible, because you really want to start saving them up, because, well, like I said, this game is a little bit different in that, unlike Resident Evil 2, where everything's scripted, in that if you play the game again and again and again and again, unless you've got the N64 randomizer version on, which we did last time, items and events in this game, and even enemy spawns, actually change per run through of the game. In other words, random events happen where it can be one thing or another thing, and even item locations move about as well for some items. Not all items, but some items. And gunpowder is one of them, so you don't know, even if you've played this game multiple times, you don't necessarily know where certain gunpowders are going to be, because they could be moved around and found in other locations. So my best advice is to just get the gunpowder, save them up, and just stash them away until you know where you stand in the game, what events have happened, and therefore what you need to do to carry on. Pretty self-explanatory for now. Anyway, we will put the... Oh, I don't know, we did get bit. I'm actually going to take the first aid spray with me. I'm a little bit nervous at the moment. So we did get bit, and it is hard mode. Bites do damage on this game. You've got to be careful. There's also some ink ribbon here, which is handy. We will be using this, because remember, this is the PC version, not an emulated version, so I can't save state. So we've got the old saving restrictions, which I'm fine with. I haven't got a problem with it, personally. You can see there's 2 datas here. Don't worry about that. That was just me getting used to the controls. So I'll save over them for now. I'm just trying to remember certain things at the beginning, and then I sort of gave up and thought, nah, let's just go blind. It'll be more fun. Or I say blind, so let's just go in not remembering everything. Because my memory is basically a sieve these days. It's terrible. So, right, okay. The other thing we're going to do is put the ink ribbon in the inventory box, or item box as it's called. So there you go. I've got to remember to call that properly. And we shall go. There's nothing else here to grab, so let's leave and go outside, for better or for worse, because we're going to try and escape Raccoon City. The only thing I've got to remember is the run button I've put is the B button on the Xbox controller, and the A button is the action button, but I'm not used to the B button being the run button. However, it makes sense because it's also the cancel button, and the cancel button I'm used to being circle on the old PlayStation controllers and stuff. So, and of course the action button being the A button, which used to be the X button on the PlayStation controller. I'm used to that, so forgive me if I make some controller mess-ups. The controls are not too bad on this, to be honest with you. It's just, I've just got to get used to them, that's all. Cool beans! So here we are, down a dark alleyway. Nothing down here to get us, so we're all good at the moment, we're all pretty safe. There's nothing strange. Nope, the bike is perfectly innocent. So is everything else. None of them have been infected with the evil T-virus. Here we go then. Right then. Now you might be able to hear in the distance Some wanderings around. Yep, we are going to encounter some zombies. Now, as you can see on the map, we can go where Jill's facing the camera, so basically running towards the camera and up that way, and then loop around here. Or you can go down here. The yellow marks on the map are doors that you can go through, and red marks are doors you can't go through. Simple enough. We're going to go this way. I'm trying to remember what the best route is. I think there is one if you've really played this game, but all the routes are pretty dangerous. And again, certain events happen differently depending on different gameplay run-throughs, so you never know what's going to happen really. Some events are fixed though. But we're going to go this way because if we're lucky, we can get something pretty cool early on in the game. There's a door here. Oh boy. Oh boy. Right, we need to run like hell, and we need to start firing at these zombies. We're going to kill these, as many as we can. But they're very fast. No! No! Push them away. That's it. Kill. There are about 4 zombies that come out of that doorway. And you also notice that somebody burst out as well. Somebody with a yellow jacket was running away as well. So, yeah, I guess somebody was trapped in there and managed to break out. Oh, that zombie's not dead. Oh, dear. We are going to kill all these. It might seem like a waste of ammo, but trust me, it's worth it. Come on, sir. How'd she come? There we go. As you can see, they look a little different from Resident Evil 2, which is kind of neat. So they didn't just reuse the same zombie sprites. They have redone them for this game, which I think is pretty neat. Excellent. Is that all dead? Brilliant. Now, we are very low on pistol ammo, as you know. We could make some more with our gunpowder. We're not going to, though. Now, we want to come down here, but we've got to be careful because there is a zombie. Come on! Alright, I'm just going to go through. I don't think he's dead yet, but that's okay. Cases of drinking water. I'm not really fussed about that. We do need to grab this, which is the lighter oil. And over here, you can see on this maggoted cop's body, the shotgun. Yep, you can get it this early in the game if you want, and trust me, you do. It's handy. And as you can see, he's lucky to have died before his guts were ripped out, but he also looks pretty bit and wasted and decayed. So it doesn't look like he shot himself with the shotgun, because if he did, then, well, his head probably wouldn't be there. So it looks like he did get attacked. But either way, we need to get out of here. That zombie will stay down there. Very rarely does he actually get up and get out. So that's that. So that's cool. So we got the shotgun, and not too much damage. We're alright for now. There are some green herbs here as well, which we need to grab. Green herbs being your basic healing items in the game. You can combine them with others, or combine them together to make them a bit more potent. You do want to save health as much as possible, but you also need to take some with you at all times, because it's so easy to get ambushed and killed. And like I said, I'm not fluent with the controls completely, so I'm going to die a few times like that. Go away. And these zombies, like I said, they run much faster in this game. So, yeah, they're pretty scary. Oh, right. Ah, darn it. That was me being silly. Oh, that doesn't sound healthy. I think somebody got killed. We did hear a bit of a scream there. Oh, the Uptown map. Ah, brilliant. Good. I need that. Completely forgot about that last time when I was testing the video and testing things out. Some more green herbs here, which we're going to grab. I might actually use one. Or shall I combine? Nah, combine. That's it. So if you combine them, they'll be a bit more potent. So if you use 2 green herbs separately, then it's like a third heal. Like the third of your health is healed, nearly a half. But if you combine 2 greens together, then I think it goes up to a half heal. So you do want to combine because they do become more potent. Right, the only downside is those zombies are going to come down here. But, quick, get past them! Run! Oh, you're kidding me! I couldn't get through that gap. Lame. Probably could have ran. I probably panicked there a little bit. It's really difficult to dodge some of these zombies in this game because the areas that you go in are so cramped up and enclosed. Whatevers. Right, just gotta take it nice and steady here. Oh, what was that? Oh, right. Oh my god! Oh god, it's so fast, these zombies. Urgh. Irritating. Oh look, we're on caution already now. But we did see somebody run away. Perhaps they came through here. Let's find out. Oh, chocolate muffin. Delicious. Always take one with you. Oh no! Sir! Oh, he's been bit.
Get away!
Right, okay. Now, you can... Sorry, wrong button. You could help him out if you want. You don't need to. Just leave him alone. He'll be fine. Right, here is a postcard here. Clock tower postcard. Picture postcard of a clock tower. Following explanation is printed on the backside. A landmark spot, St. Michael Clock Tower. That's good, I suppose. We could put that in a photo album or something. You want to come around the back to where the till is, because there are some handgun bullets here which we desperately need. But like I said, don't worry about this event. Every time he will defend himself whoever he is. You might be familiar, actually, if you've watched my previous LP.
Why isn't someone doing something about this?
I didn't know you were still alive, Jill. The police aren't trained for this kind of situation.
No, that's probably
They
true.
do. Listen, he's coming for us. We're both gonna die.
What are you saying?
You'll see.
Who's coming?
He's after STARS members. There's no escape.
Who's coming? Why didn't you tell us then? If there's somebody coming after us, then wouldn't it be a good idea to tell me who it is so I can, you know, look out for him or her, and then if I see him, you know, I could not panic so much? What a jerk. So, yeah, basically what he's just told us, that mysterious man, who is actually called Brad, specifically Brad Vickers, of all people. He's in the first game as well, but he was also the super zombie outside of the Raccoon City police station in Resident Evil 2. If you did the special thing, which we did, where you get to the police station in the second game without picking up any items. That was Brad. And he's alive, which shouldn't be right, because he was a zombie in the other game. Maybe that will be explained later. Anyway, there's that. We've also picked up the lighter, which we can combine with the lighter fuel. We've now got a lighter, which is very handy. So that's good. I think that's everything for now. I'll just reload my gun. But yeah, whoever that thing was that the guy was talking about, or Brad was talking about, decided not to tell us about it. What a butthole. Seemed very scared though, and Brad is a very scaredy person, I'm afraid, but we'll get onto that later. Right, as you can see, we're back out here again, so what we need to do, if I remember correctly, is go back where we came from. Oh, that's a lot of zombies, because they've all got back up and I've been messing around with them. And I really should heal. What's my health like? Could use that. I'm not going to though. I'm gonna be patient. Right. So basically, we're going back on ourselves here, but we're not going to go the way to the bar this time. We're going to go the other way instead. The downside is, oh, there's a zombie there. He's difficult to get past. Might be able to do it. Yeah, just got there. Like I said, they're a lot faster in this game. Now, this one here, we do want to take out. Oh, he's dead. Good. Right, we want to come down here, basically, if I remember correctly. Because we need to go somewhere. That doesn't sound good. That doesn't sound good at all. I might just reload my gun, actually. Doesn't look like anything. Whoa! Whoa, hello! Yep, that's a lot of zombies there. They're all policeman zombies, as you can see, and a female one. Yep, we haven't seen any female zombies yet. But Capcom have put some more in. You'll notice there's a red barrel there. There you go. So they are dead. Yep, so basically that scene that we just saw there is an example of how you can use the environment to help you take out multiple enemies if you need to. Because like I said, ammo is very tight in this game. And with the gunpowder and all that, you really don't want to waste it. Alright, I don't know if she's still alive. Oh, undead. Yeah, so those are all zombie police officers. What a bummer. But you want to do that because when you come back through here, you'll see there's two other zombie corpses on the floor which haven't turned yet, or at least become a zombie yet, but they will do. Oh, don't worry. Not now though. Luckily they will stay there for now. So, but there's some red herbs here which we need to make use of. You grab as many red herbs as you can and try and preserve your herbs as much as possible because this game's very like I said, items sort of spawn randomly, as I've said before, and yeah, it's you've got to really be careful and cagey about your items. Anyway, that's why I'm not afraid to use first aid sprays, because I'm not that good at saving my items, and I'm always getting bitten and eaten because I can't do the dodge mechanic because I'm rubbish. Anyway, let's get on. This is photo A. Policemen are pressing forward. Good for them, but we've already seen what happened to them because they pressed forward, but they should have shot them in the head. Dated September 27th, which is the day before the day that this game is taking place in, because it's September 28th, I think. Or was it 29th? Can't remember. Either way, that was earlier. So yeah. Whoever took that photograph, though, no idea. Now, there's a door here, bound tight with rope, and it won't open. The rope seems to be soaked with oil for some bizarre reason. What you do. Use your lighter. And it burns away. I guess the policeman probably tied it up to try and barricade themselves, but then one of them was infected, or I don't know. Obviously didn't go down very well, sadly. Right. Now then. Ooh, this is tough. There is an enemy here. Might be able to hear it, and you might have just seen it over there on the top left. It is a dog. Yay, the dogs are back. Now, he's in the fire. Now, he won't come out until you go forward. I don't know if he actually gets damaged by the fire. I don't think he does. It sounds like he's being hurt by the fire, but I don't think he is. I think somehow the dogs are immune to fire. Look, he's actually on fire now. You can actually just about see he's on fire, but for some reason he's immune to it, so whatever. But we need to take out this dog. I think there's two of them, though. I think there's another one that was... Yep, there's two. Just take your time with it. They do take a lot of bullets, though, I'm not going to lie. Just going to quickly reload. Still alive. Damn, these dogs take a lot of punishment. That's one down. Are they both down? They're both down. Alright. Yeah. It's a good idea to take him out. And like I say, just take your time with it. I've got to be honest with you, the aiming system in this game, I think I've got auto aim on, like auto aim assist or whatever. It's really good, and you don't have to have it on if you don't want to, but I am for this game. It is actually pretty good. Sometimes though, Jill does target the wrong enemy and it can be costly, but for the most part it's pretty good. So you don't actually have to aim directly at the enemy. You can even aim to the side a bit and shoot to the side, and somehow the bullet will do a curved trajectory and hit the enemy anyway. So as long as the enemy's roughly in front of Jill, you'll be fine. There's a fire hydrant. If I had a fire hose, I might be able to extinguish the fire over there. Because for some reason Jill thinks that doing that is a good idea. I'd rather just leave it, because if enemies can't get through it, I'm fine with that. Although, if we just seen from the dogs though, they seem to be immune to the fire anyway. Which kind of sucks. Right. Another safe room here. There's quite a few of them in this game, or at least for this first part of the game anyway, so that's all good. Right, so let's go and sort our inventory out a little bit. Let's see, I'm going to put the full heal away. I want to save that for later. I'm going to keep that with me. I'll put the red herb away. Don't think we need the lighter for now, so we'll put the lighter away as well. Oh, you might have also noticed, I didn't really make a comment on it, the knife is in your item box. You don't actually start with the knife, it's in your item box. Don't get it out, just leave it there. It's completely useless, unless you're a real pro at this game, which I'm not. Even Capcom knows it's useless because it didn't give it to you to start with, but it gave you a pistol instead, which is much better, so I'm happy with that. I think what we'll also do as well is we'll just put the first aid spray in here, because we've got some herbs for now, so we should be alright. And also there's some gunpowder here, which we'll grab too. There's gunpowder A, which we've already got, and a gunpowder B. There you go, you've seen some examples of both. Again, we're not gonna use them yet. We'll be alright for now. Trust me. But we are gonna just tidy things up a bit here. Try to keep things nice and tidy if I can. I'm not very good at it, mind you, as you can tell. In fact, actually, I'm gonna put the lighter up here. Nope, I didn't grab it. No, I've grabbed it. I try to keep things organised, but I'm terrible usually. We're not going to save here, though. No, don't need to save here just yet. We're going to go on ahead a bit longer. Right, okay, so let's go through this gate then. I'll eat some muffin. Chocolate muffin. Not the muffin you're thinking of. That's all pretty beat up around here as well. Coffee shop there, though. There's no motorbike there. It's very similar to Claire's motorbike from the second game. Go figure. It's locked with a simple lock. Oh. Can I break it down? Apparently not. Okay, never mind. We'll come back to that later then. Yeah, as you can see, everything's really gone to pot. Cars are smashed up and crashed. For some reason, everybody decided to barricade the bookshop. Guess maybe they thought zombies wouldn't go into a bookshop because they don't know how to read, but I don't know. Also, you can see a fire hydrant here is, well, exposed. It's gushing out. It's pretty cool, I guess. But you'll see, as we come up here, we're actually at the police station. Yeah, the police station makes a small cameo in this game, which I think is pretty cool. Oh, hi, Brad. You look pretty annihilated, mate. Whoa. Brad? Yeah, Jill, we might want to help him out a bit. Oh, face rooms. Stars. Oh dear. Right, this is our first sort of event thing which you can make a decision on. I would thoroughly advise that you choose to enter the police station. Do not fight this monster at this point. He is extremely tough. And as you may or may not know, that is the creature that we saw at the menu screen. His name is Nemesis, and he is out to kill us. He's also bashing down on the police door there, but don't worry, he can't get through. It's pretty safe. Which is good. Right, anyway. We will, however... Oh, did I not put the red herb away? Oh, my bad. Oh well. There's no way it's worked out. There are some herbs here, which I guess were here if you choose to fight the monster. I promise you now, it is not a good idea to fight the monster there at all. It's a waste of ammo and health. Let it go. Don't worry. You can't get through here, because as you can recall from last time, this is the police station, as you can see. And it's the safe room, so nobody can get us in here. We're perfectly safe, which is good. Right, there are some pistol ammo here, which we will need, so we'll grab hold of that. Just combine it with that. Do I want to use a herb? I'm going to combine it with that to make a full heal, so we've got 2 full heals and a green herb there. I'll keep that green herb for now in case we come up with another red herb. There's also a typewriter here. Ooh, something there as well. Ah, the police station map. Excellent. We don't really need it for this if you've already played the game, but if you have, well worthy of using. And you might recognise this terminal. I could operate it if I had a STARS card. Oh yes, we needed a card, didn't we? We don't have one. Darn! It says a STARS card as well. Surely Jill would have brought a STARS card with her if she knew she was going to the police station. Apparently not. Completely blocked off. Sadly, yes, you can't go and explore all of the police station like you can in Resident Evil 2. I'm afraid most of it is blocked off. So how it... yeah, I don't know. Think about continuity there, I haven't got a clue. Anyway, it is what it is. So, just want to make sure my pistol is reloaded. It is. We can go through here, though, which is the room that we met Marvin in Resident Evil 2 as Claire. Or Leon. But you want to be careful, because there's a ton of zombies in here, and I don't know where they are. Oh, well, there's one of them. You really want to just push them over, really, but... oh, God, there's loads of them. Ah, the one's moving fast! No! Oh, God, we're in trouble! Get out of there. Right, well, they've all gone this way, so I'm going to take that. I am going to... no, I'm not going to use the herbs just yet. I'm going to reload though. Now, you want to be quick in here because we want to go into this room because... ta-da! It's Marvin! It's RPD Officer Marvin Branner. Interestingly enough, the surname Branner came from S.D. Perry's novel of Resident Evil 2, The City of the Dead. That's where the surname for Marvin came up. Before that, there was no surname, we just knew him as Marvin. But Randall came from S.D. Perry's novelisation. For better or for worse. He's been fatally wounded by zombies. No! He's not dead though, but he's almost dead. He appears to be holding something in his hand. Ah, he's got a report. Well, let's read the final words of Marvin. September 24th. There are reports of a theft in the municipal building before dawn. A jewel-decorated clock at the main gate was damaged. 2 of the 12 gems that are installed on the face of the clock are missing. Bit random. Due to the lack of available officers at this time, because they're all being eaten by zombies, I have no choice but to suspend the research of this case. Damn. September 26. Based upon an autopsy report of a 42-year-old restaurant owner, I've discovered that he has one of the missing gems. He apparently took shelter in the police department at about 10 AM, where he was shot to death within 10 minutes of having developed the symptoms. It's a bit harsh, but I suppose if he's developing the symptoms of you-know-what, then yeah, I'd probably do the same thing. Since the city is currently under martial law... the army are involved somehow. We are forced to suspend this case. At this time, we'll keep the gem as evidence. Alright, that's important, that is. Okay, fair enough. Thanks, Marvin. There are some shotgun shells here. That's an example of items being randomly placed. It may not necessarily be there when you go, God, they move fast, some of these zombies. I guess it's because it's hard mode, but Jesus, they are quick, some of them, and they can really mess you up. Speaking of which, we're in the evidence room now. And if you come over here, there's the blue gem. It's pretty easy. There's nothing else in here except if you go around here, there is a safe, but it's locked with a number-based lock. We don't know what it is yet, so we'll have to leave that for now. But we'll be back for it, don't worry. Right then, just thinking now. I'm probably going to... no, I'm not going to snort herbs just yet. We're going to go through this corridor. Now, if you remember this corridor from Resident Evil 2, there's a lot of zombies down here. And it's probably best to start taking them out. Also, there's a female zombie there, which is good for a bit of diversity. Oh, that's a lot of zombies now. We just want to kill them. Kill! 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 Knock them out! That's better. You just really want to take him out, to be honest with you. Good. And I think there's one more just... Yeah, there's one more there, which we... Oh, he's gone the other way. Ha! Screw you, zombie. Yeah, like I said, ammo is tight in this game, and you do use a lot of it. But we are here back in the famous photographic safe room of Resident Evil 2. Hooray! Or the film development room, or whatever you want to call it. Unfortunately, though, there is no film to develop in this game. Jill just says there's nothing suspicious because, well, there's nothing suspicious. She's not interested. You'll see the lockers that we used in the LP of this game on my channel, where we actually got the special key from fighting Brad the super zombie. We don't get a super special key in this game, but if you do investigate the locker, there is some gunpowder in there, which we'll grab in a second. Might just want to tidy up our inventory for now. We'll keep the... do we need the shotgun shells for now? No, we don't need the shells just yet. We can put those away for now, just to free up some space. We'll put... we'll put the green herb away in there. We don't need that for now. And we'll put... no, we'll keep that green herb and put that there. They're both full heals, it doesn't really matter. And we'll also put the gem away as well. We don't really need that. So yeah, we'll put the shotgun shells away too. We don't need that either. Cool beans. Right, okay. There's a memo here. David's memo. My sanity is at its end. I still can't believe this is happening. We lost another man yesterday. Mayor, one of our better marksmen. He saw me panic once we were overrun by the zombies, but he came back to save me. But when the time came to return the debt, I ran. I can still hear him calling out my name. I can still hear the screams coming from behind, the sound of his flesh being stripped from its bones. I was afraid, terrified. It's the 27th. The fight to stay alive continues. I took out several zombies who managed to break through the barricades. Now I'm cutting through the chill with whiskey, unloading my Mossberg on anything undead. That shotgun's become a close friend of mine. I've blasted many a zombie into fertilizer with it. Well, good for you, sir. Well, at least you haven't cowardly killed yourself and you're still fighting the zombies. And, okay, you were a coward when your friend was in trouble, which I can't really be too harsh on that. I mean, you know, in a moment of panic it can happen. Most people wouldn't, though. Most people would go back and return the debt, but some people don't. Are they bad? No, they're just in trouble. And scared. We lost 13 men as of yesterday. 3 hours we'll bicker over trivial things in the meeting room. It's a total waste of time. When I finish this bottle, my old friend Mossberg will be turning one last body into fertilizer. Peace at last, I can hardly wait. Oh, he did kill himself in the end. David. I'm ashamed, but I understand. I shouldn't be forgiving, but I am. But I don't know where his body's gone though, because his body isn't here and there's no blood anywhere, so wherever he did that, I don't know. Anyway, usually there used to be some stuff here in the second game if you explore those cupboards over there, but there isn't this time. We will, however, explore this and get our gunpowder A. And I think that's all there is. Yep, that's it. So we'll put our gunpowder A away for now, because again, I just want to save them up. There will be a time when we use them, trust me. Oh, trust me, there'll be a time when we use them. And then I'm going to save the game. And we're going to call it a video here, I think, because we've been going on for a while. But it's a good introduction, I think. I think it's gone pretty well. Bit beat up, but actually, to be honest, for my level of skill, I think we've done alright, to be honest. Just a bit low on ammo where we need to be, but meh. It's not bad. So, right, so in the next video then, we shall explore more of the police station. And we'll see if we can find Jill Starr's card to get access to that computer earlier. And maybe we can go and visit the Star's office from the second game and see what's up. So we'll do that. But until then, can I say thank you very much for watching this if you have done. Like I said, I'll be doing this over the weekend, so don't worry, it won't happen during the week. The main LPs will carry on as normal. But it's just something to break it up for me. It just adds a bit of variety. And well, I like Resident Evil. They're pretty good games. So until then, take it easy, have a good one, hope you're all well, and I'll see you in the next one.